Yo guys, what is up? This is Remz. How y'all doing? It's a bit of a different video that I'm doing today. I did not plan on making this video, but I really wanted to talk about the path that Boruto, Naruto, Next Generation is taking and what went wrong with the whole show. This is my insight to what happened. Okay, to start off, Boruto, the character himself, is not that appealing, you know? He's not yet interesting. That is, of course, if you don't consider the movie. But it's not like they expect us to watch the movie to know what kind of character he's gonna be like. The first episode are where his motives and goals are supposed to be exposed, you know? And so far, Boruto has no motives yet. The other main point that's kind of taking me off the show is the character power development, you know, in particular Boruto himself. We did not see him evolve throughout the whole series yet. I know it's the beginning of the show, but still, you know, at least start him off with a small kind of ability or a small jutsu. Right now, Boruto, I know that he's a genius, but he has too much arsenal to begin with in the beginning of the show. Like, we did not see any time he was training for anything. He already knows too much jutsus and skills that we would have loved to see him train for. As in the people who are watching the show, you know, they create this bond with the character when they see the character, you know, train and strive for their goals. I mean, when you think about it, I mean, even though Boruto is a different show, it kind of resembles Naruto. And, you know, him training and him, you know, succeeding or him working hard is the kind of points that we should be looking at. But they're kind of skipping all that. Boruto lately has been getting a lot of attention, you know, from his classmates and his teachers, and he's getting a lot of acknowledgement. It's the kind of attention that Naruto got at the end of the series, you know, or like when he defeated Pain, you know, that kind of attention, that respect and love from the people. Yeah, this you might feel like it's normal and it's how it's supposed to be, but these are one of the main traits that a character should be achieving at the end of a series or something like that. But Boruto is achieving it already. This is not even like that far into the show. It's just 25 episodes, and for an anime 25 episodes is nothing. This kind of attention that he's getting does not help him in making the character any interesting, you know. These characters around Boruto, they just plainly love him because the writers is kind of making Boruto the center of attraction. This is seen by Mitsuki and Iwabe already. Iwabe was, you know, he didn't like Boruto's guts and he just didn't like him as a character, but after one fight, now suddenly he sucks up to him. What the hell? And Mitsuki as well. I know what Mitsuki is capable of. I read the manga till Mitsuki's arc when he achieved the Sage mode. And I know what this character is capable of. But I know that he's a weird character, but the way he's been looking up to Boruto and the way he's admiring him, it's just too much. It gets creepy, you know? Too creepy, in fact. If we talk about the story itself, you know, the storyline for Boruto has been slacking left and right, other than the Sarada arc, which was, you know, written by Kishimoto, so he gets the point for that. You know, other than that, the only good story we had was about the class rep. Her story was so nice, it was so shocking, and it got a lot of attention. The battle, the character, engagement, everything, all were so good, especially when they were fighting, her badass look, and the way Mitsuki interacted with her saying like, yo, let's kill her. All that was good, you know, it was finally thrilling. But that was cut short and she was brought back to the boring ass character, you know, the class rep, the student leader. And now she thinks that all that happened was just someone else. Like, bitch, don't act like nothing happened. You almost tried to destroy the whole village. And you know that huge monstrous Niue, her summoning? He alerted the whole village and got the 6th and the 7th Hokage into combat just for his appearance. You know that character, right? Now he's a fucking pet. Like, what the fuck? You know, like, both Niue and the class rep had a huge potential. They could have had a mark on Boruto's story itself, or at least like before Shippuden. That whole potential was also cut short. And if we compare this to Naruto, it's far, far, far away from it. You know, it's a far cry from it. Naruto didn't have any problems, you know, other than the filler, which is still debatable. You know, I enjoyed the filler myself. But in terms of story, it's like nobody would complain about Naruto. From the beginning to the end. If you actually compare it with Naruto, the first 20 episodes of Naruto, so much things happened, so much things we still remember to this day happened compared to what Boruto did. If you just start from episode 30, where it is right now, I will tell you, you did not miss anything. Nothing's lost. You can just start off from episode 30 like nothing happened, and it will still be good. If you're gonna say, oh yeah, this is just a filler, the real story is gonna start after what happened in the movie, you know, that's a big mistake. You don't start a show with a filler. If that's your point, what kind of a dumbass starts a whole show with a filler, expecting people to know what's gonna happen? There are people who didn't watch the movie. Even if you watch the movie, they shouldn't expect us to know what it's gonna lead up to. It's supposed to be a totally different setup to the movie, and then they can continue normally after the movie. The other main point was like, every character in Boruto, we know that they're like the children of the characters from Naruto's story, but you don't have to make them look exactly alike. They look exactly alike. I know that they're the kids and, you know, they have to resemble their parents a bit, but don't just copy and paste them. Even their attitude, their act, everything is alike. We didn't ask for a completely new character like that doesn't resemble their parents, but at least make them their own. Make them their own character that we can connect with. Shikadai, you can basically see Shikamaru, literally no difference. I don't see any character difference. I don't see any motive difference. I don't see any look difference. So how do you expect us to like that kind of character, who's exact copy of his parents? It just feels like the writer is focusing on the, you know, Boruto, Sarada, Mitsuki, and these new characters, and the rest, you know, like Shikadai, Metal Lee, and everyone. He's basically just making a copy of their parents and just pushing them aside, forgetting about them. For me, Naruto's what got me into anime, and it's by far the best anime in terms of story. That's my opinion, you know, and that's why I had such a high expectation for Boruto, and I wanted it to live up to the hype. Things can still change, the show can still recover, you know. I'm still going to continue watching, I still hope for the best. But yeah guys, these were the main things that stuck out for me, you know. I know people will have different opinions on this. After all, it is anime, you know, it's very debatable. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope I made some sense to the topic. Leave your opinions down below, like, dislike, that's all up to you of course. Subscribe if you're new, it will help me grow and motivate me to make more videos. This has been Remz, and I'll see you guys later. Peace. Alright, that's enough.